Hey guys, Vigoman here and welcome back to yet another video from Crasburg. Today we are back with some more residential building. It's been a while since we've been actually working inside the city walls and building normal residential houses for the people of the Crasburg. The Crasburgians? The Crasburgers? I don't know guys, let me know down below if you have any good ideas for what to call them. Today we're building 5 houses, so I've been pretty productive with this one because I've had a nice holiday vacation in the Easter, which I told you guys about a little bit last video or last episode, where we just did a tour here, and it allowed me to relax some more and just build some on my own whenever I had the time. So today we're building 5 houses and then 1 small shack or just a small storage building as well, which leaves us with 6 buildings today, which are all landscaped around and given different professions. The first one we're building was a little bit of a winery. It has a small vineyard in the back and then a small distillery or brewery kind of thing, and then this small wooden storage building you can see right here in front of you next to it. Then the one we're doing after this one is another weaver, creating textiles and clothes for the people living here. Another cool little building with the same Tudor style that we've gone for a couple of the buildings around here. And we're having a stone foundation here with this nice Tudor on the top here. So that is, yeah, really just, it feels good to be back working with this style because it's really fun. And I think this is where we give the city character with adding all these unique buildings so crammed together, and that is what's making Crasburg unique in my opinion. It's all of the different buildings have been placed by hand, and I go back and give them every single building a little bit of character, where I do some small things here and there, which is the thing I enjoy the most, just adding small bits of character and storylining, almost just giving every single building some purpose. And I think that's what's eventually going to make Crasburg look unique in a way. Yeah, so that is that. It's good to be back here. I really want to focus on building more unique styles here. I'm not doing too many today, but we're doing a couple of stone buildings that are mainly built out of stone or bricks instead of just the Tudor or the Tudor on the top. And that is to create some variety in the kind of buildings that we have here, where we have we have the Tudor buildings. I want to have a few wooden buildings, but also more wealthy buildings for rich people, based on more brick and stone buildings, which I guess would be more for the rich people, because it's way more expensive building with stone, and that will create a little bit of a dynamic in our town here, where we have different kind of buildings and different kind of styles like that. So yeah, we're gonna do something today. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, just look at this view from here. I love being back building these kind of buildings. It's been probably like almost 2 months or something since we last. No, probably not. I don't know. I haven't counted. But it's been at least 1 month since we've been working with these densely populated areas. Here we're doing 1 stone house for today, which has this stone foundation and this stucco part on the top, the blue stucco, and then we have a little bit of a unique roof, which I think was fun. It was super tricky to make it look right, but we also have this detailed turret on the side here, again to make it look like the stone buildings are more wealthy and for the richer people of the town here. So we're adding this small little turret here. And then we're going to start building the last big building, which is going to be like a textile building or a leather worker. And not a tannery, but he's making clothes out of leather and then selling them like a little bit of a exclusive kind of deal here, where yeah, just kind of give it some realism that this guy has this stone house. And as you can see, I went overboard with I'm not going to say details, but the carvings and depth of the building compared to the other ones. It's really a unique building compared to the buildings surrounding it. And that to me just gives it some character and brings the town to life. Anyway guys, let me finish this and I will see you for a first person tour. So here we're standing now in front of the buildings we built today, and man, do I like how these turned out. I've added some detailing and some character, which I like to call it, which basically means just adding flowers, small things here and there to make you come alive a lot more. In between the cuts here, we added this vine, and then we added a little bit of this ruins over here. I'm not sure what these ruins are, but they do look good, and maybe it has some story to it, you know. Just building things that makes the visitor or the viewer, which is you if you didn't know, wonder, why is this here? Why are there arches here? Why is this wall broken down? Was there a house here before? Was there a castle? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. But it's just ways to make the build more immersive in a way. But I think what we're gonna do is to start off all the way in there with a wooden building. By the way, out here is gonna be a big market area. And then we're gonna have the residential area continue through here and up towards the temple here. It's good for several reasons. First of all, it's cool to have a market here, and it's gonna almost create a market square where we have buildings here and almost like a 90-degree angle buildings here, so that we have a square area here, which is also squared off from a little river that's gonna go here. It's mainly gonna be a small creek, and it's gonna be bigger and bigger, and then connect up to the river and the bay over there. And it also gives us some better views of the temple here, because there's no houses right here to blockade the view from this. So you get the whole temple look when you first enter the town, which in my opinion is super important, and one of the reasons why there's no buildings here. So let's start off all the way in here. We have the winery, which is indicated by the sign here. It creates wine, and yeah, this small shack here is to store grapes, and then barrels of wine and kegs of wine down here. And then the back, I'm going to show you the outside first. And we have this big wine keg where you would just drop your grapes and stuff in here, and then hoppity hoppity hop on this, and then it would eventually squeeze out some wine, or just like juice almost down here, which then would be fermented. I don't know, maybe not. I'm not a professional at this. I don't drink wine, so I don't know. But yeah, at least it pours into this, and then you do that. It kind of looks realistic in my opinion. And then we have some carts here where they're bringing up the grapes, and a small crane here to bring them up, and you know, a little bit of mechanical parts here. And then a small outhouse to do your thing. And then we also have the wine racks. We did those a while back, like last year, sometime last year. But it's, yeah, just a little bit of a wine field right here, some wine racks. Yeah, so that is that. And we can go inside here. I want to go in from the front, I guess, because the entrance is pretty nice. Where we go in here, and we have this area where he sells out his wine. A lot of wine bottles, of course, and kind of nicely decorated. I like it. I like the way it turned out. And then we can go in here. We have the kitchen area for the family. A big kitchen, big furnace or oven, and then stuff like that. And also a little bit of storage for private use and stuff like that in the back here. I don't know why that is like that, but yeah, I've changed up some of the textures using the Artcraft texture pack as an overlay, and then done some changes to it because I want some more textures to work with. So maybe some of the textures are a little bit off. But anyway, let's go upstairs. Upstairs we have a little bit of a library here. I know some of these buildings are way too wealthy, but it's my way of making the town interesting. It might not be super realistic that a lot of people had books and stuff, but you're kind of limited in Minecraft, and you just gotta take your artistic liberties, I guess. And there's some seating areas and stuff like that. We have a bedroom for the children right here with 2 bunk beds. And then we have the master bedroom over here, which is pretty nice in my opinion, with a view over the street here. So that is that. We can go upstairs here. And did I forget? I totally forgot about this. I will have to get to that after the video. Derpy Vigo. Alright, happens from time to time. At least when you're working a little bit off and a little bit on, as I said, during the vacation here. I did like 10 minutes of work, and then I went out doing some stuff, and then back 10 minutes, and it kind of didn't finish everything up. Here we have the weaver, which has this massive mechanical weave or weaving thing, spinning jenny, I don't know, with his parts moving up and down and then creating textile like that. It looks kind of realistic. My grandma has one big one of these on her attic, so I've seen a couple of them and I've tried to replicate it in Minecraft. Then we also have a kitchen area here. We have a nice oven, small kitchen, and also we have a basement which is pretty dark, and we gotta use a candle to look down here. There we go. Which is basically just storage for food down here underground. Nice and moist down here. And then we can go outside. I want to check this out more as we've checked out the whole building here. So yeah, let's go upstairs. Up here we have bedrooms, things like that. Then we have more bedrooms and stuff like that. And then the living room, which is kind of nice and grand, looking pretty good, overlooking the street here again and the other buildings. Then we can go even further up. Then we have like another seating area. We have some storage. This is kind of dark, so we gotta find the light again, or the lantern. And then we have the master bedroom in here, which is also pretty nice. So that is that. Let's go around here, go downstairs, and check out the second or the third building for today. Man, it's gonna be a long episode. We do have a lot of buildings to cover. First of all, I just want to show this downtown area here. I guess we can check out this building now, because it kind of makes sense. I had a lot of vines and stuff growing, and just things to create character, small bits here and there. I love it. This building here is a barrel maker, but when we first enter we have a kitchen area, and then we have a small storage area here, a big oven, and then yeah, stuff just to create or make food out of, which is kind of cool. And then we have like his working area where he creates the barrels. And then outside we have this massive area to work with. So we make barrels like this, and then we have some trees, small roofs, things to cover the barrels, and you know, stuff like that, just to create some character here. I want to check out the backyard here as we go as well later, and then a small way to get out here. So yeah, I guess we can check this out now. We have a well here. I spent some time working on some well designs which I can use in my town, which were not the basic, just a round hole in the ground, but more intricate and more beautiful in a way. So I think this one turned out great. And then we have an outhouse right here again for the people here. Let's go through the building again and go out in the front, because this one you enter from the outside. So you go up this staircase right here, and then you get to this part right here, where we have a sitting area. We have a little bit of a writing area here in the turret right here. And we can also go in here. We have some storage, and then the master bedroom, which is kind of squeezed in here, but it works. Looking pretty cool in my opinion. I like it. And then a small balcony overlooking the working area for creating the barrels and stuff. And then we can go up the staircase right here to a small sitting area, and then 2 bedrooms here, which is very basic, but it gets the job done. 2 very small bedrooms for the children of the house. And then we can check out another building, shall we? I think we're going to check out this building here first. This one here is, whoops, if I remember correctly, like a leather worker. Yes, it looks like it's a leather worker, but yeah, we go in here. We have a kitchen area and then a dining area with this nice bay window overlooking the street here, and also a nice view of the temple, even though it's screened from here, but yeah, kind of works. But yeah, that is that. And then we have the workshop where we create stuff out of leather in a way, and also a backyard where you can work as well when the weather is nice. So we have some leather hanging here and just creating leather stuff. So here we can just check out the backyard of these buildings here. There's a small cabbage field for some personal use, and then we have the outhouse, which would be for these two buildings here together, and then some chickens and stuff like that out here to get some extra eggs and things like that. We can go back in here like that, and then move around, and then upstairs. Here we have, we have a bedroom right here, getting the job done. We have some sitting areas and things like that. And then also another bedroom right here. But then upstairs we do have yet another bedroom. This is for even simpler use. Maybe like they have an apprentice living with them or something in here. And then just some storage right here for stuff. But also some sitting areas, because the view is pretty nice from here. Now let's go all the way down and check out the last building for today, which is this one. I'm gonna fly around it a little bit because I really like how it turned out. It's really detailed in a way, but it's not overly detailed, but it kind of fits the theme. But it's more of a wealthy looking building when it comes to how I detailed it. And this one is selling like leather clothes, exclusive leather clothes and stuff like that. So we go in here. We have his workshop. Oh, I forgot even more, guys. Yeah, I'm a little bit in a rush to create these videos here because I don't have too much time next to studying. So that's why there's some open areas here. But yeah, selling leather stuff. Then we have a nice kitchen area. I love how this turned out with this arch and stuff like that. And dining area, and then just a kitchen. We can go upstairs. It do feel a little empty some places, so definitely have to get back and finish that as we go. But yeah, upstairs, sitting areas, all of that, and then two bedrooms, two beds here, and then small storage, or a closet, I guess. Then a window here looking out, which is nice and giving a lot of light in here. And then also another one right here, another bedroom with a window looking out here, which I like. And then we can go up the staircase right here, where we have more sitting areas, some storage, which is very needed, and then the master bedroom over here, which is looking pretty grand. Love the vibe of it, and also has a nice window here looking out, and then also this green one to get some extra light in here. So yeah, that is that. That is pretty much it for today's episode, guys. I know the tour might have been a little bit rushed, but as you know, I don't have too much time right now, and I really want to finish this video here. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Vigo Man, and I'm out.